So my name is Andrea Benavides, and this game is called Supermarket Slam. Are you guys familiar with the old game show Supermarket Sweep? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So for anyone who's not familiar with it, it's a game show that started in the 60s, was revived in the 90s, I think, and then it was still airing until 2004, where you would run down aisles and have like grocery store themed trivia games and product placement games and stuff like that. And it was frantic and exciting, and you would throw things in a cart, and it was awesome. I want to bring that same experience onto a mobile device. I want to bring the same frantic, exciting, giggly, competitive experience onto a mobile device, but make it short and sweet to fit the model that does well on mobile games, where you play it for a break, and then you put it down, and then you play it, and then you put it down. And all to the confident tone of David Ruprecht's voice, who is I think he's the most recent
For some reason, you could just replace it with Neil Patrick Harris.
I know, yes, yeah. It's like the same stage shape. Yeah, that would be great with fruit and vegetables. So the actual mechanics of the game is very similar to, has aspects of all of these three popular games. This is Order Up, Temple Run, and Jetpack Joyride. So it would have the same running down the grocery store aisle that you could imagine Temple Run being, swiping to change direction and to go up and down and whatnot. But imagine running into old ladies with shopping carts, or people who are positioned wrongly, or huge displays of product. And then the same achievement system motivation as Jetpack Joyride has. So a consistent motivator for playing the game would be make sure that you collect all of the orange produce, or knock over these three display setups in one game, and then you're unlocking achievements at the same time. And the same time-based mechanics that Order Up has, where you also have a sub-tier of objectives that are defined by something that I would call coupons, where you have many objectives that are time-based for each round that you play, that are collect certain things, do certain things, and that defines the game round per round, while the achievements can exist across multiple rounds of gameplay. The leadership system would induce the competitive spirit, and these two games I think do a really good job of putting the leadership boards in a place where you see them naturally in the game. So for Subway Surfers, which is a great and very popular game, at the end of a round you see the leaderboard and you see how you did compared to your friends. And in Jetpack Joyride, it's on the main menu, so before and after a game you can see the leaderboards and you see how you did compared to your friends. And that kind of thing would be fitting for Supermarket Sweep. The target market is a very broad range of, I think it would hit the nostalgia of the Supermarket Slam game, the familiarity with that game show, but also a younger audience, males, females. It should basically hit a really broad audience with the depth and complexity that I think a game like Jetpack Joyride offers, with a really cohesive set of mechanics that work really well together and make you want to keep playing the game, but also a really low barrier to entry, very easy to pick up, just difficult to master. The platform would be on all mobile devices, and then, so for example, if we made the game in Unity, then it would be easy to port to a browser as well, as long as the mechanics were designed up front to do well with touchscreen and click controls. That's sad. It's a free game, free to play, so that we can open it so that it's as accessible as possible, especially for the younger age group that is maybe playing on devices that they share with family members or parents, and they can't necessarily purchase a game. But if it's free, they can get it and play it, and then once they've dedicated enough to it or shown their parents or whatever that they really like it, then they start paying for the microtransactions, which I'll talk about in a second. But basically, just to make sure that as many people as possible can play the game in the first place. And then once you're inside the game, you are motivated because you love the game to spend money on other things like vanity items and buffs. Jetpack Joyride is a game that has all three of these things. So they have short-term buffs, long-term permanent buffs, if you want to call them that, and then also vanity items. So things that you buy just because you like them, but that don't necessarily change the gameplay at all, but you're using a currency that is earnable in the game. So if you are very dedicated, you can earn enough money to get anything in the game, or you can just purchase straight up. So like for Subway Surfers, you can just spend $5 and make it easier to get coins, or in other games, you can just spend a short amount of money to purchase a lot of currency. Marketing is cross-platform. There are third-party companies now that offer cross-platforming without already having a network of games. And then production length is 1 year with a team of engineers, artists, sound designers, writers, and a budget of $500,000 divvied up in this way. And that's it. Thank you guys.
I think the strength, first of all, how are you old enough to know Supermarket Sweep?
I've seen it. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, when I watched it, it read